of reproductive age have received help for infertility in their lifetime. We are honoring this important week by talking with Magda Halim of Resolve about an initiative called Coverage at Work, which aims to help both employees and employers to make decisions that lead to better benefits for family building. Magda, welcome.
Thank you so much. Very excited to be here. Very happy to help speak on this topic and happy to help answer any questions.
Well, wonderful. Let's get started. So, can you talk a little bit first about what Resolve is?
Sure, absolutely. So, Resolve is a patient advocacy organization. It is the oldest and largest patient advocacy organization. It was established in 1974 with a mission to ensure that all people challenged in their family building journey could reach resolution. And we want them to do this by being empowered by knowledge, supported by community, united by advocacy, and inspired to act. So there's a lot of initiatives that Resolve takes on board to kind of support the community through access to care, advocacy to coverage, access to support in community, and access to education.
Mm.
Yeah, hopefully that's a
Yeah. Well, and what is National Infertility Awareness Week? Did Resolve start this?
yes, absolutely. So, National Infertility Awareness Week, which you might also just hear shortened to NIAW, is a movement and it was founded in 1989 by Resolve. And the purpose of it was more to empower you to change the conversation around infertility. We want to do this through enhancing public awareness. We want to do this to ensure that our community knows the guidelines and looking for a specialist and educating our lawmakers about issues that impact the infertility community in their state.
Mm. And orange is the color for it, is that right?
Yes, absolutely. So orange is the color to support national infertility awareness. We picked this color. I mean, Resolve in general kind of uses the color orange because it's a color that kind of promotes a sense of wellness.
Mm.
It kind of brings warmth. There have been studies that show that orange can create a heightened sense of activity, contentment, assurance, confidence. So Resolve uses orange to raise awareness, increase the activity around this important movement,
Mm.
and remind our community that for them, we're there to support them through, everything that they're going through.
Okay. Now, the Coverage at Work program. Can you talk about what is this program, an initiative?
Sure, absolutely. So um, the Coverage at Work program, more simply, is a program that is in place to support individuals in making the ask with their employer about adding fertility benefits. Um, we, as in Resolve, wants to help empower employees and employers to make decisions that lead to better employer provided family building benefits for everyone and inclusive for everyone. We do a lot of state and federal advocacy efforts. So this program helps to kind of parallel because unfortunately, even with state mandates, self-insured employers are exempt from those mandates. So this
Mm.
program kind of works in parallel to help fill in the gaps. It's also more of obviously legislation and changing legislation takes time. So it's another option to kind of make an outreach now and share your story. A lot of times employers don't know there's a gap in coverage. So it's really, we really kind of hone in on the fact that it's important for you to express to your employers, hey, I'm going through something and I notice our benefits don't cover this. Is there an opportunity where we can add that? And Resolve is here to support with resources and information and a guide to kind of going through those steps.
So, if someone were interested in adding fertility benefits or better fertility benefits, do you go in to that organization with the employee? Does the employee call you and then hand it off to you? How does that work?
Sure. So we find that it's better for the goal of the program is for us to help the employee advocate for themselves. So it's not really for Resolve to kind of step in as a third party. I do want to reiterate that Resolve, again, we're a patient advocacy organization. I'm not myself a medical professional or an insurance expert by any means, but we want to provide you the tools to actually go have a conversation with your HR representative. A lot of the time, even individuals, and I didn't really know this back in the day, that you have the right to go to your employer and make an ask. A
Hmm.
lot of the time you get your benefits package and you read through it and you're like, oh, it's something's not covered, there's nothing I can do about it. That's not the case, and we've had a lot of success with the program where people have made the ask. Employers sometimes aren't aware, again, that there's like a gap in the coverage, and then they might need to do some research. To answer your question, though, we're here for support. So I'll get on a call. It's actually me that's the main point of contact for the program. So I will get on a call with employees, help answer questions, provide resources. We have free toolkits for both for employees, employers, and clinics that is helpful in sharing some of this information. Our employee toolkit has a template email that can help you kind of communicate. You can customize it based on your own story and communicate with your HR representative. Our employer toolkit kind of has research and data that helps them make an informed decision about adding benefits. And then our clinic toolkit, we also thought, some of the conversations happen around insurance with their medical professionals. So for clinics, we're basically sharing resources for
Mm.
our program so that when these conversations come up, they can also share them with the patient as an option for them.
Why don't employers typically offer coverage? I mean, do they assume it's because it'll be an increase in healthcare costs?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's different myths, facts about why employers don't offer it. One, as I mentioned before, it's possible they don't even know that there's a gap there.
Hmm.
It's not a common in everyday kind of the work environment, your benefits package. It's not a common benefit, but we're trying to make it a common benefit. Um, so they might not even be aware. So that's one thing. The other thing, to your point, a lot of employers assume it will be costly, and there have been studies that disprove that. There was a 2021 employer survey conducted by consulting firm Mercer, and it showed that 97% of respondents offering infertility treatment have not experienced a significant increase in their medical costs.
Hmm.
So that's kind of a myth there. Another important thing to know, I kind of want to point out for employers, that this benefit is actually a benefit that's in demand, and it can help support your diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. There was another study done in 2020, Willis Towers Watson survey of 429 employers with at least 100 employees. 72% of companies cite competitive pressure to attract and retain talent as a top reason to offering benefits.
Hmm.
So it's a lot, we have heard that people will consider leaving a company to work with another company that's offering those benefits because it's just so important to them. So I think that's something that employers need to be made aware of.
So is there data, or do you find that there is lower turnover in workplaces that do offer coverage?
Yeah, so again, other studies have been done showing, I mean, another myth that comes up when speaking with employers is that if they offer the benefit, people will use the benefit to build their family and then leave. And there have been other studies that have come up that show that's not the case. Individuals feel more loyal to the company when they know that they've been taken care of, when their employer cares about the things that they need. So yeah, so I mean, I don't have a overall statistic for turnover, but definitely studies have been done to show that that's not the case.
Okay. All right. Um, what would someone need to do if they are, I mean, we're in a state that offers fertility benefits, but there are definitely companies around here that are self-insured that
Mhm.
have some benefit or no benefit. What would someone need to do to, inquire about this? but in an educated way.
So, yeah, it's definitely, I can understand it's also definitely a little bit confusing. So, we have a lot of resources on our website. We also have a page that kind of walks through the states. I think we have about 19 states that have mandates right now, so they can see if their state has a mandate on it. I think the first step is one, does your state have a mandate? And depending on that too, is your employer self-insured or fully insured?
Mhm.
Um, so if your state does have a mandate and your employer is self-insured, it's possible because they're exempt from state mandates, they haven't opted to offer benefits. So again, it would kind of fall back to pulling some information together, having a conversation with your HR representative. If you are in a state with a mandate and your company is fully insured, they should be following that mandate.
Mhm.
So just to educate yourself on what that mandate entails and have a conversation with your HR representative to understand how and when these benefits will be available to you. Um, but again, Resolve is here. We know that some of this is complicated, so feel free to reach out to us. We're here to help support and help answer questions.
Awesome. What is the best way to reach you?
You can email info@resolve.org. Email any questions, and it will be directed to me.
Okay.
And feel free to, we also have on the website, you'll see a section for coverage at work under financial. So if you want to go ahead and review anything or download the toolkits, please feel free. But again, info@resolve.org, that'll be directed to me.
Excellent. And resolve.org is the website.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing that information. I'm sure you're going to be helping many people.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited for National Infertility Awareness Week. I know you mentioned that at the beginning. I'm actually here in New York with the team, and today, in support of that, they actually are working to have the Empire State Building lit in orange at the
Oh,
top.
really?
So that will be really exciting today. And we have our 5-day challenge this week, and today's challenge is wear orange. So if you're out there, wear orange, share photos, support. So yeah, really excited.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. And we'll be back next time for another Lunchtime Live. And be sure to check out our website, yukonfertility.com, for additional information, as well as a calendar of events to support you and help you feel connected. See you next time.